Hello students, myself Anmol Jain from ABS Engineering College, Department of Computer Science, and today we are going to discuss the 3 address code for the statement that change or alter the flow of control. In the earlier classes or lectures, we have seen that how we can write the 3 address code for the simple arithmetic expression, how we can write the 3 address code for the Boolean expression by using the concept of the backpatching. Now, we have the concept of the conditional statements, we have the concept of the loop, then how computer or compiler write the 3 address code for such type of statements. So, the objective of this today's class is that how we can write the 3 address code for the statement that alter the flow of control, and second topic is the top down translation, right. So, for the grammar for the control statement, because the compiler knows the grammar, right. So, the control statements grammar is that the as drives if expression then statement, there may be a as drive if expression then statement else statement. So, here is the choice, either if expression this is true then statement, if it is not true then else statement. So, there is a choice. So, this is the change, that means, if E dot code if it is true then the execution should flow in one direction, if E dot code that means the translation of expression is false then it should go into another direction. So, it depends on the condition, if it is true then S dot code should execute, if this is false then S1 dot code should execute. So, that means, we have to write the code or the 3 address statement in this way, either this should execute or this should execute, and it depends on what? It depends on the condition, which condition is true. Second, next the while loop. We have the statement for the while loop, that is the statement drives while expression do as. So, while loop is execute until unless the condition inside the while loop is not false. That means, if this expression is true, this statement should execute, right. So, we will write the 3 address code for while loop also. Similarly, and so on, in Pascal we have the same sequence, that the statement drives begin L and, where L is what? L is the statement list. Then S drive A is assignment. L drives L semicolon S, where L is the statement list terminated by semicolon and followed by again statement, and L drives S. So, this is a grammar for the control statements. Basically, we will focus on the conditional statements and the while loop here. I think that the objective is clear, that we are going to write the 3 address code for those statements which has two choices, either it will be true or it will be false. So, let us have an example for the while loop. Now, the problem statement is write the 3 address code for the following program, and my programming is while expression, this is my expression, do if C is less than D, again this is my expression, then x equals to y plus z. That means, अगर ये ट्रू होता है तो ये स्टेटमेंट एग्जीक्यूट होना चाहिए, अगर ये इफ कंडीशन ट्रू होती है देन ये एग्जीक्यूट होना चाहिए. If A is less than is false, then it should come out from the while loop, right. So, how we can write the 3 address code for this? So, first statement we check if while condition for the while loop, if A is less than B. If A is less than B, then it is true. If it is true, then move to statement number 102. It moves to 102. Next step, once it has been reached to the statement number 102, again it should check if C is less than D. So, again there are two choices, if it may be true or it may be false. So, once we reach to the statement number 102, again we have to check if C is less than D, it is true. If it is true, then go to statement number 104, right. So, what is 104? That is the, we have to add by plus z and we assign it into a temporary variable t. Once it is okay, then we move sequentially, that is t has been assigned to x, that means we have assigned x equals to y plus z. Then 106, statement number 106, that is go to 100, go to 100, that means again we are moving to back to the starting of the flow, right. So, this flow will execute until unless this condition is false. जब तक a is less than b false नहीं हो जाता, this sequence will execute. So, in this way we can write the 3 address code for the while loop in addition to the conditional statements if and else, right. We take one more example for the 3 address code. Next problem is write the 3 address code for the following program. While a is less than c and b is less than d, do if a equals to 1 then c equals to c plus 1, else while a is less than or equals to d, do a equals to a plus 2. That means, it is having multiple while loop and multiple if conditions. So, this is tedious to write the 3 address code, but we will follow step by step. So, first we will check the expression. If it is true, this is expression 1 or this is expression 2. So, in case of AND, if a is less than c, it is true, then we have to also check the expression E2. That means, while loop AND के केस में क्या है आपका एक्सप्रेशन E1 और एक्सप्रेशन E2 दोनों कैसे होने चाहिए, ट्रू होने चाहिए. अगर दोनों ट्रू हैं तभी आपका लूप एग्जीक्यूट होगा, अदरवाइज इन द एक्सप्रेशन 1 और एक्सप्रेशन 2 इन दोनों में से अगर एक भी कंडीशन फॉल्स होती है देन वाइल लूप एग्जीक्यूट नहीं होगा बिकॉज ऑफ दिस एंड ऑपरेशन, लॉजिकल एंड ऑपरेशन. So, let us see that how we can write the 3 address code for it. First statement, if a is less than c, that means it is true, then go to statement number 3. So, we move to the statement number 3. Then we check if b is less than d, that means we should also check both condition in case of AND case. So, if b is less than d, go to 5, go to 5. Once both conditions are true, then when a is less than c is true, b is less than d, this is true, then we move if a equals to 1, then c equals to c plus 1. Then we move to the statement number 5 and check if a equals to 1, if a equals to 1, then go to 7, go to 7 means if a equals to 1, then c equals to c plus 1, right. If it is not true, then go to 8. अगर ये false होता है आपका, then we move to go to 8. That means we come out from the statement. Next, if a is less than or equals to d, go to 1. Then if a is less than or equals to d, go to 11. So, we move to the statement number 11. So, what is 11? Then a equals to a plus 2, then a plus 2 and assign it to a temporary variable t, and this temporary variable t is assigned to a, that means this a equals to a plus 2. So, in this way we have to write and we have to check the condition for each expression which is available in our while expression, while loop or in if conditions. So, जैसे जैसे मेरा ट्रू होती है उसका फ्लो अलग होता है और अगर मेरी कंडीशंस फॉल्स होती हैं तो उसका फ्लो अलग होता है, राइट. सो हियर वी कैन चेक हियर इफ a is less than c, go to 3, if it is false then what I have written, go to 9. सो इफ इट इज ट्रू देन दिस, अगर ये ट्रू नहीं है तो कहाँ आएंगे हम, डायरेक्ट एल्स पर. डायरेक्ट एल्स पर क्या है मेरा, देन आई विल चेक इफ ए इज लेस देन इक्वल्स टू डी, राइट. सो मेरे पास दो चीज़ें हैं, either it will be true then the control or the flow will be different, if it is false then the flow will be different. So, you have to check the flow of control by 3 addressing code. Next is the semantic action for postfix translation. Postfix translation means this is actually this is example for the top down translation, right. So, how we can write the top down translation for the postfix. So, for example, we have the grammar e drive e plus t, e drive e minus t, e drives t, t drives 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on and up to 9. And each production rule is having an semantic action associated with it. That means, e dot place equals to e dot place concatenated with t dot place concatenated with plus. So, this is the translation for the postfix, because the postfix says that if there are two operands a plus b, then the postfix will be a b plus. Here I can write like this, if this is a E1 plus E2, that means there are two expressions and between there is an operator plus, then the postfix will be what, E1 E2 plus, that means operand followed by the operator. So, similarly, I have written here that is e drive e plus t, evaluate the expression e, evaluate or translate the expression t followed by plus sign, e minus t, evaluate e, evaluate e, evaluate t, then operator, e drives t, that is the simple without operator, and similarly and so on. These are the translation for the numeral numbers. How do we perform the top down translation? So, there are two steps for the top down translation. Number 1, we will scan the string from top to down and left to right. Second statement, whenever across the semantic action, we will perform an action. Action means that is associated with the प्रोडक्शन रूल, जो प्रोडक्शन रूल के साथ एक एक्शन एसोसिएटेड है उसको हमें परफॉर्म करना है. लेट्स हैव एन एग्जांपल फॉर इट, दैट द ग्रामर इज गिवन टू यू, दैट इज e drive e plus t, e drives t, t drives t star f, t drives f, f drives num, and we have to associate a semantic action with each production rule. So, the semantic action associated with this e drives e plus t, and the semantic action is printf plus. E drives t, there is no action, that is a blank. T drives t star f, printf asterisk or multiplication. T drives f, no action. F drives num, that num dot value, that means translated with the value, right. Now, we have to write we have to parse the string 2 into 3 plus 4 with the help of this translation scheme. With the help of this translation scheme means top to down translation. So, how we start? First point or the first step is that assign a number to each semantic action. So, for example, this is my 1, this is my 2, this is my 3, this is my 4, this is my semantic action number 5, right. Now, how will you write or how will you draw or how will you translate the string 2 into 3 plus 4 with the top down translation? So, we start with e drive e plus t, but As we do the translation like this, we parse the parse tree like this, but in post top down translation I add one more thing. I also write the semantic action associated with it, that is E drive E plus T, then semantic action 1, right. Next is E drive T, and semantic action is associated with 2. Then T drives T asterisk F and semantic action 3. Then T drives F semantic action 4. Then F drives num semantic action 5. Right. Then T drives F semantic action 4. F drives num semantic action 5. Similarly, here we can write F drives num semantic action 5. So, in this way first we draw the parse tree, then we assign, that is the number, this is 2, num this is 3, num this is 4. Now, how do we parse the string? So, again I repeat the same line, scan from top to down and left to right. Let us see that how we will traverse top to down. And whenever we find an semantic action, that is semantic action number is 5, perform the action. So, what is the semantic action 5 says? Perform the action, that is num equals to num dot value. So, the translation is num dot value means 2, right. Num dot value equals to 2. Again start journey, again move inside the tree, again we encounter with the semantic action number 4. So, what the semantic action number 4 says? This is a blank statement, no action is there, leave it, start the journey. Again the semantic action number is 5. So, what is 5? That is the num dot value. Num dot value means translate it, that is 3. Start the journey again, move inside the tree, semantic action 3. Semantic action this is wrong, there is wrong. Let me check again. That is T drive, here is wrong, E drives T, then T drives T star F. So, these are my semantic action. I will draw the parse tree. So, how will write the parse tree? That is E drive E plus T, but along with this I also write the semantic action number, that is 1. Then E drives T, right. Then T semantic action, E drives T semantic action 2. Then T drives T star F followed by the semantic action. What is the semantic action? That is 3, right. Then T drives F semantic action 4, then T drives F semantic action 4, then F drives num semantic action 5, then F drives num semantic action 5, F drives num semantic action 5, F drives num semantic action 5, then num drives 2, num drives 3 and num drives 4. Now, let us see that how we will traverse the tree. So, we will traverse the tree from top to down and left to right. So, I start from the top and whenever I find an semantic action, I perform the action. So, this is the semantic action number 5, that is num dot value, that means translate this value, that is 2, right. Then again start journey, traverse the tree, semantic action 4. So, what is the semantic action 4? That is the null, there is no action. Then semantic action 2, there is no action. Then semantic action 5, that is translate it, that is 3. Then semantic action 4, there is no action. Then we move to 5. What is semantic action 5? Num dot value, that is 4. Then again three. What is semantic action 3? That is star. And again 1. What is the semantic action? Plus. So, this is the string for the top to down translation and the conversion of postfix translation, that is 2, 3, 4 star plus. Similarly, we can write the top down translation for infix to prefix conversion, but I will take one more example that is generally asked in the exams, that write the output of the string if we parse the string C A C B C A B and the given grammar is like this, that is the S drive C S S, then semantic action is printf Z, S drives A printf X, S drive B printf by, right. So, how we will execute this expression, let us see, and the there are number of choice, which may be correct, either of these choice may be correct. So, let us see that how we can write the translation for this string. So, we start with the top S drive C S S, and the semantic action is, suppose the number is 1, semantic action is 2, semantic action is 3. So, we have to associate the semantic action number 1, right. Then followed by CSS, then we have to take A. So, we drive the S drive A, followed by semantic action is 2, right. Then S drives C, that is C S S, and the semantic action is 1, right. So, C A C, now we have to bring the B. So, what will change? S drives B, semantic action 3, right. Then C, then S drives C S S and semantic action 1, right. Then S drive A, semantic action 2, then S drive B, semantic action 3. Now, we have to traverse this string, we have to traverse this translation. Suppose I start from the top, I encounter the semantic action 2. What is the action 2? That is printf x. Again I move inside, come. Now, suppose I encounter the semantic action 3. So, what is 3? By, printf by. Again I move inside, semantic action 2. So, what is the value of semantic action 2? That is printf x. Then move inside, semantic action 3. What is the value of semantic action 3? That is printf by. Then semantic action 1, that is printf z. Then again semantic action 1, printf z, again semantic action 1, printf z. So, this will be the traversal, and the after parsing the string C A C B C A B, the output will be x y x y triple z. So, the correct answer is x y triple z. So, in this way we can drive the 3 address code for the loop statements or the conditional statements, and we can drive the parsing of strings with the help of top down translation. Thank you.